Ladies and gents, welcome back to a brand new, fresher than baby diapers, fast lane. Ladies and gents, this week Chris here in the booth, followed along by Dog and special guest later on, Lou. Dog.
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to say hi.
Oh, hello.
Anyways, don't worry. Dog is special, Dog. Okay? No, we're gonna take it easy on you today. Anyways, folks, we have a lot to get through today, with a lot being announced, such as a D5. Ladies and gents, you thought it would never ever happen, but it happened, folks. D5. And, the Well-In series here for D5. Dog, what can you tell us about, how D5 is gonna look, considering that you're basically at the head of, the D5 campaign?
Well, the most significant changes are obviously going to be the way, the body of the car, hence the name modified, and it's also significantly slower still. Its top speed is only about like 150 miles per hour, and you can like
Oopsies.
look at the car and like you can, if you find out what it actually is supposed to be, you wouldn't believe it.
And so, Dog, what can you, you also were basically the head of, Trials, so what did you see from your point of view in Trials, and how skilled these drivers are gonna be?
Well, there's a few that I have been paying attention to quite a bit. There's some that are just kind of like alright, and then there are some bag markers. There are like one or two drivers that had private tryouts that I didn't try out with that I'm questioning a bit, but they'll get better as we go on through the season, I believe.
So, Dog, also announced, D5 is going to be having a doubleheader this weekend, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, what made you come to the decision to the first, races of the season for it to be a doubleheader?
Well, I didn't actually come up with the idea. Alex was just kind of looking at the laps, and he thought we should do double headers, and I thought it was a good idea, so I just kind of inherited the idea.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be a fun, series, considering so many new drivers, and all these drivers are going to go ahead and fight it out, new season, new series, to battle it out and see who's the best. So, the O'Reilly Autopots 100 doubleheader, due to the fact that these cars are a lot slower. The first race is not at Daytona, it's actually at Iowa. 65 laps each race, correct?
I believe for the first race it's going to be 50. I need to make sure that's correct. 65 laps, actually. Yeah, you're right.
So, 65 for both?
Yep.
So, 130 laps total for the D5 series being clocked in this weekend. So, main officials that race is going to be you, of course. I mean, I assume you'd want to be there. It's basically your series. You technically own it. You came up with the idea for D5. I personally thought it was never going to happen, but it happened.
Halo helped me out along the way. He co-owns it with me.
Yeah, so also thank you to Halo for helping with D5 too. So, you, Para, and Lou are all going to be main race control. So, a lot of, or not, I shouldn't say a lot, but a couple of officials are going to help you out. So I say it's going to be a fun weekend for you guys. I mean, definitely going to be interesting to see how all these new drivers are going to handle, this RSCRA, D5, brand new. What do you yourself expect for D5?
Well, we did quite a bit of fun races actually with it. We had like about 2 or 3 fun races. I don't know if anyone else hosted some, but to be quite honest, they did way better than I expected them to. I thought that since it's gonna be a lot more braking, a lot more shorter tracks, they're just gonna be sending it in every turn, because there's this thing in the RSCRA where every single new division we open, the first race just is terrible. It's horrendous. And I was like, at the fun race, I was like getting ready to type out like 3 out of 3 for every single driver. But like I had to give out like one warning during the whole fun race. So I actually have a lot of faith in them.
Yeah, I believe I did attend some or at least one fun race, or at least the last couple of laps, and I was shocked. Frankly, I was shocked at how well the racing was for the little bit I saw. I mean, it's no matter if it was only a couple of laps. I mean, it was still pretty good. I mean, there wasn't that much like wall taps or wall rides, or just dirty racing in general. I mean, it looked good. So again, I want to congratulate you and Halo on being able to put up with D5 here and bring us here in RSCRA.
Thank you.
So, folks, you want to watch, or if you are in the modified series races this weekend, race days are going to be the 18th and the 19th. O'Reilly Auto Parts 100 doubleheader Iowa, 65 laps each. 4 p.m. is practice, 4:30 p.m. qualifying, and 5 p.m. is the race. Due to the simple fact that also after the D5 races, there are going to be the ARCA and Trek Series races. And speaking of ARCA, what a race we had last weekend at Kentucky. Especially on the last lap. Such a controversial finish, first of all. And second of all, I mean, it was actually just a dang good race, in my opinion.
I agree.
It might have been controversial finish. I mean, I was the official. There was a lot of back and forth, really, between everyone in the days followed after that race. But the final order was Lou, Glitch, Intimidator, Matt, Aiden, AJ, Para, Dame, Zexto, Super, Godzilla, and then Kevin. So, Dog, so you said that race was good. What exactly stood out to you this race?
Probably the performance and the quality of the driving. I thought that D4 was forever going to be doomed, but it seems as the season goes on, for every division, the racing gets much more better. Like I thought D2 was doomed in that first race. I thought we were gonna give up on D2 after the first ever D2 race. It was just horrible.
Well, relating to the D2 race or not just race, but to D2 and D4, is there anything else you seen coming between these two?
Well, I mean, also you can include D3 in this conversation. Their race was not the greatest either. There was a lot of wrecks and it was just mayhem. And I mean, definitely every series ends up improving at some point. But I mean, it's just like amazing still to me how D4 actually made it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got somewhere, at least I should say. Speaking of people who have gotten somewhere, I wanna go ahead and ring up Lou here already, because he's got somewhere in D4. He won the race. So Lou, what's up, man?
So,
Lou, great to see you, man.
yeah, it's great to be on here.
So, first of all, I want to get to you on this. After the last lap of Kentucky, were you worried that things weren't gonna turn out your way during the last lap after you got shoved into the wall there?
I was pretty surprised that I got the win, if I'm gonna be totally honest. But I wasn't like too shocked. I think I deserved it because Blitz just completely sent it in on me. Like, it was a blatant send. And yeah, I'm just pretty happy that I got the win. I feel like I deserved it a lot more than he did, since he did not drive well in that last lap.
And Lou, speaking of your competition, how did you feel the competition was that race? It was a sort of calm race. I mean, it wasn't that dirty, but it definitely wasn't the cleanest, as Dog says. How did you feel about your competition?
I feel like it was pretty good racing overall. I feel like I definitely was one of the top like 3 or 4 cars during most of that race. Like there's a section at the start where me and Para just ran in the top 2 the entire time, and that really only ended because of pit stops. So I definitely feel like we were fast that race, and it wasn't just like a Mickey Mouse win. But then again, you don't really want to win a race like that, but you know, a win's a win. So yeah.
And so, Lou, did you really honestly come into that race knowing you're gonna win?
I thought I was gonna do pretty well since I love Kentucky. You know, it's my home track, and I was hoping for a good finish, at least like a top 3 or 4 maybe. I was not expecting to win that race, especially after what happened on that final caution. I didn't even think I was gonna get back on the in the running because I had pit for tires. I took a gamble, and I wasn't expecting a caution to come out, and it did. So that really gave me a chance to win that race, and I took it.
Lou, how many races have you raced? How
That was my 4th one.
Yeah,
I
your
think.
4th one. I was about to say 5 or 4-ish. So, only being your 4th race, and you being able to win this race, this tells me you've got speed, man. You've got a lot of speed under that Penske truck racing hood, which we can actually see back here. Over there in the back of Team Penske HQ over here.
This is a beautiful paint scheme made by Alex.
Shout out to Alex,
Shout out
by
to
the
him.
way. So, your car here, I mean, and then also for you, I mean, just seriously, outstanding drive. Only your 4th race and you're able to lock yourself into the playoffs. That's, I mean,
Well, not really, but
yeah, because the win.
because I was subbing, but yeah.
Oh wait, that's
I still
right.
think it was pretty good.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, you're subbing actually. So what am I talking about, man? Yeah, so you were subbing. Okay, we'll put it at that. But you still got speed, man. That's the main point. You have speed, and it's serious speed.
Yeah, thanks.
So talking about speed, Lou, how have you felt about your cars these past couple of races?
I feel like my cars have been pretty good overall. I think it's just like I feel like I'm a lot better at like intermediate tracks than other kinds of tracks, I guess. I just gotta kind of get used to it because I'm new to driving. Like I haven't been in that many races, so I still gotta kind of get a feel for these cars. But I did like really well in the Texas truck race not too long ago, and I did well at Kentucky. Both of those tracks are pretty similar, so I do think that's like my preferred type of racetrack. But I do think I had some good pace at Michigan and Phoenix at some points until I got screwed over late in the race, which was unfortunate, both of those cases. But yeah, I've had a pretty fast car for a while now. Hopefully we can start gain a lot of success in it. I think this car deserves a lot.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, me being from Team Penske, a sister team FPR, us here at Penske, we have some great speed, just in general, all around. Very professional drivers, you know. I mean, shout out to everyone that's helped us here at Team Penske. Being inside Team Penske HQ as well here, as you can see. Go ahead and take a quick walk around, just a brisk walk. You know, just get those calories burned off from earlier today. You'll also see the next gen cars here, ready to roll out. We'll talk about next gen testing later as well. There you see D2 section over here. But otherwise, still a darn good looking HQ. And a darn good looking winning record there for you too, Lou. I almost just said Lee. Sorry, Lee.
Oh no, there's not a winning record with that guy.
Okay. Anywho, Dog, you got any questions for Lou?
Yes, Lou. What are your thoughts on join your new Penske ride?
I'm happy to get the opportunity. Like Penske's obviously a top team, and I'm glad that I'm being recognized enough to get to a top team. But I think Kobe Bryant said this one time: "Job's not finished," and you gotta perform well to deserve that ride. So that's my main goal going into the next few races.
So, what are your expectations of your teammates? Like, what do you expect your teammates to do?
I mean, I'm not gonna race them too hard because I know my teammates are playoff drivers. I joined too late to get in the playoffs, unfortunately. So I'll try and go for wins, but I'm not gonna like mess with them too much. Like I'll just try and keep it clean for the next few races. Try and get some good finishes.
All right. What do you think Alex's expectations for you are and your team, to your teammates?
Consistency, I think, and just staying out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's gonna be my main goal. Just get some good finishes. Try and get my name out there. Hopefully, get a D2 ride next season.
Speaking of consistency, do you think you're gonna be able to actually stay consistent for all your seasons here in the RSCRA, considering how big competition is here?
I mean, I sure hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm not trying to say that I hope you don't, but I mean, it's kind of hard for me to stay consistent, to be honest. So
I mean,
I hope the best for you.
Yeah, everything's pretty unexpected in these leagues. Now I've had things happen where like once like at the Michigan race, my first ever start, like 1 second with 2 laps to go, I was running in second place, and the next I'm in the wall crashing for last place. So, you know, things just happen. Hopefully I can just try and stay out of trouble. Maybe get some race wins here and there. Try and stay consistent, because that's my goal in this league.
Well, sounds like you got a pretty darn good goal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're able to accomplish it, man, because like I said over and over already, you have speed. 100%, and I hope nothing but the best of luck for you.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Lou, for everything, and hopefully go get him out here this weekend at, what was it?
New Hampshire.
Oh gosh. Yikes.
Yeah, it's a tough track.
That's a very tough track. Hopefully you're able to conquer that.
I mean, without the 16 car, it shouldn't be that bad.
Quick. So, also another question. You're gonna have to head from Iowa on your private jet all the way out to New Hampshire, in less than an hour. How are you gonna do that from fishing to racing in less than an hour? From the Midwest to the Northeast.
I just gotta get on the fastest jet possible. So supersonic speed, yes.
Yeah, military type stuff, FBI type stuff.
Yeah, but I will be racing at New Hampshire, so hopefully I can get a good finish there. That track's a really big test of skill, so hopefully by getting a good finish, I can get my name out there a bit more. That's my main goal.
Speaking of officiating, how do you feel? Because you're now a RSCRA official in training. How do you feel that impacts you as you move on in your career here at the RSCRA? Do you think that you might even be able to use this as an advantage against other people? Like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. Give me the position bet, or something like that.
I don't know about an advantage, since that kind of sounds rigged, but
yeah, I guess it does.
But you know, I really want to be an official, just try and help out as much as possible. And yeah, hopefully I can start doing that in the near future.
Well, thank you, Lou. Any final remarks, dog?
Nope, I'm good.
Alright then. Well, thank you, Lou, so much. I appreciate you coming in here today. And anything else for your competitors?
Oh, not really. Just good luck in the playoffs to all the truck drivers who are in it, because it's going to start getting intense these next few races.
Alright, well, thank you, Lou, again. Feel free to stay here, where you want to go.
Sit.
Well, dog, or everyone, I should say, Lou. Very good driver, very skilled. It's gonna be interesting to see him move up in the ranks here, as he progresses here in the RSCRA. Dog, any final remarks on Lou?
I said no, man.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry. No need to be boss. And now I can't. Okay, there we go. Anywho. So yeah, and also on Arca, their next race will be, let's see here. Your next race will be at the Milwaukee, Arca. Trucks! Wait, but we're just talking about Arca. Wait a second. Now I'm confused. Look what you did, dog. Yes, okay. Arca! Arca, the All Club race was actually changed to the Milwaukee Mile, so instead of All Club, it'll be the Milwaukee 100 at the Milwaukee Mile. That is Sunday, of course. 6:30 p.m. qualifying, 7 p.m. race. Race control, Alex, and you yourself, dog, for the Arca race. Dog, now that I look at the list, you're officiating every single race this weekend.
Yeah, actually.
You got a busy
I
schedule.
mean, usually I am, but that's just still a lot of races in one weekend.
You're a busy man. Does your family miss you, man? Have you been home for? Are you going home for the holidays?
Dude, I don't even see sunlight half the time.
Okay. Anyways, so that was Moo, and then Lou. We're gonna talk about trucks now. The Uno. Okay, how do you pronounce it? Uno. Uno. The Uno 125 in New Hampshire. How do you pronounce it, dog? Because I've struggled to pronounce it.
Oh no, probably that's what I would guess, but it's probably not that.
We're gonna need an expert on this. Why don't you guys go ahead and put in chat? How do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it? Uno. No. I cannot say it. I'm gonna make a fool of myself if I keep attempting. Anyways, that race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway this Saturday, 125 laps and a playoff elimination race. A lot at stake here. Three drivers being eliminated currently under the cutoff line. The baby, Dominic and Tech, with the baby getting a suspension, so he's basically already out of the playoffs here. So which means Dominic and Tech have a little less to worry about, but not much, because they still have to compete against each other to be able to make themselves a way into the playoffs. Which is gonna be again very hard to do at a short track yes. Do you consider New Hampshire a short track? Cause I do.
It's just kind of like a longer version of Martinsville, if you ask me.
Yeah, technically you could say that. It's kind of got similar banking, all that good stuff. But a playoff elimination race, dog. What? You yourself being a champion here for D1. What does a playoff elimination race do to the mindset of a driver?
I mean, at Texas, that's one of the ones I remember the most because I think that was the one that led up to the championship race. I remember, I thought I was gonna get eliminated, and my heart was, beating about the whole time, basically. I kind of put someone in the position that screwed them, and I feel really bad about it. But, in an elimination race, usually you're not too worried about it if you're in the correct spot, but otherwise, it doesn't feel all that great in the head.
Yeah, really for me, it depends on where I'm at in points. If I'm on the cutoff line, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit more aggressive. If I'm, say, 5 points above the cutoff line, I'm a little bit more chill. I'm less aggressive. I don't want to cause any issues, or unnecessary issues, I should say, at that. Anyways, real quick, back to the penalty news. I finally pulled up the document. So the baby was suspended on the account of a subbing issue, I believe. I will quote unquote, this is what the article says. I'm the baby failed to notify race control of his intention to substitute for the driver. To further complicate things, the baby created an alternate account and acted as if he was Kevin to bypass the rules around substitution. Therefore, the baby is going to serve a one race ban. End quote. So that's harmful to the baby. He's basically out now. He's definitely out of the playoffs. So this is gonna be difficult for him to rebound off for this season because he was heating up a little. Well, he heated up in some parts of the season, then kind of fell back down. It was an alternating season for him. I don't believe he had a win, if I remember correctly. So.
Well, he did have a win. It was from a sub.
Oh, well, for sub.
So the win just went towards his points, but not him himself.
What wasn't that? I believe Dover. Am I correct? Was that Terry subbing for?
Yep.
Yes, Terry.
Yep. That's whenever he sent it up into my driver, it costed him a win.
Yeah, I remember that. Don't worry, dog. I was rooting for Caleb. Don't you worry. But yeah, Caleb robbed by Terry. And Caleb, I feel bad for Caleb, or Cambug, I'm sorry, because Cambug just keeps getting screwed over. he had it on those closing laps there. I remember commentating for Dover. I mean, he was right there, just right there, and was able to hold on. Anyways, we're talking about the future and the present, not the past. Well, technically, we are talking about the past, but anyways, dog. So, what do you think, Dominic and Tex? How do you think they're gonna be going into this race? Do you think they're going to be extra aggressive or conservative and wait till the end?
Well, first off, I don't even know if Tech's going to show up, not going to lie, but if they both do end up showing up, I would say they're probably going to be fighting people like Dames and, other people at the bottom of the cutoff, or people lower in the points that are still above the cutoff line, and I feel like they're going to be fighting them more than they'll be fighting each other, because, why fight another car that's already below the cutoff line? You're not going to benefit yourself if you're just now, one below the cutoff line.
Yeah, yeah, I guess you could say it's more of where you're at in points. That's where you gotta be aggressive at. So, person above the cutoff line by 1 point, well, technically 2 points because the baby isn't able to attend, is Dames. Now, this is a surprise to me, because he's confident, and he was confident, and he's confident for a good reason. He seemed like he was gonna have a fast car, but now he's down. It's like he's not even racing anymore. He's never able to put up good points.
And well, there's a difference between racing with a field of just everyone. It could be anyone that makes it into the top 12 for qualifying, and there's a big difference between that and racing with other playoff drivers.
Yeah, but that and really, to me, it's just in general surprising. No matter what happens, it's surprising to me. I feel like Dame should be at least in the top 5, but I mean, it's worrying for me seeing Dame's down here so far. I mean, he might be able to advance, but he's hanging on by a hair, dog. A single piece of hair.
I feel like he's gonna pull a Rex and pull through with it. He'll probably
he's gonna pull a
Rex another round, and then that might be the end of it for him, I think.
Which Rex do you mean? Do you mean Rex by going to the pace car? I'm just kidding out there. Rex.
I mean Rex as in he gets below the cutoff line, or barely above the cutoff line every round and escapes every round.
Yeah, and that was Rex basically the whole playoffs. He was there, and then he wasn't there. He was there, and then he wasn't there. So, but he was still able to advance to the championship 4, so good for Rex. Yeah, Rex, don't worry. I'll start talking good about you. I just saw you join the VC. Don't worry.
Yeah, so I magically joined, but we'll talk about me in the pace car.
Anyway, thank you, Rex. But if you're correct, dog, Dames should be able to pull through this weekend, hopefully, at New Hampshire, and be able to pull out some points out of his sleeve and secure another round of racing here for him and his team. So, good luck to Dames there. Caleb too. Dog, all your drivers are 5, 6, and 7 right now. Does this worry you at all as to where they might stand in other competition?
Well, to be quite honest, this is I mean, you know, this it's kind of where I wouldn't want them to be normally, but because of the situation that is currently taking place, it's not a bad place for them to be, considering that Dominic and Tech 9 have 0 points and the baby's automatically not advancing. So we just have to kind of fight off 2 more spots now instead of 3. And I mean, this is kind of where I wanted them to be. I wanted them to kind of chill in this little mid area to see how long they could make it. As long as they're staying above the cutoff line, I'm fine with it.
Well, it's kind of interesting you say that, because wouldn't you technically want them to be up there? Or why is that you want them to stay in the middle part of the bubble?
Well, I mean, like, just think about, like, me. Like, I was probably, like, at the bottom of the points leaderboard every single round of the playoffs. I don't know if that's correct, but I probably was. And that's probably, that's another big reason why my championship was so Mickey. But, like, I just kind of, like, stayed in there just, like, barely, and I made it.
Yeah, well,
So, I mean, like, if they can do the same thing and just, like, I'd be happy if at least one made it in. Like,
well, I
that's
mean,
about it.
okay, dog, I'm gonna be, this is as nice as I could say it, alright? I love the two brothers and Barry, alright? Such great people. But the person I see most being able to keep advancing is definitely KM Bug. But
I can agree with that.
well, I mean, yeah, obviously we have our own opinions, but yes, I do believe it'll be KM moving on. I mean, Caleb and Barry haven't had the strongest seasons as some might say, but I mean, of course, amazing for them to be able to get in this far, which is very something I think you yourself as a team owner should be very proud of, as they've advanced this far. But Barry and Caleb haven't just really provided as much as I thought they might have before the season started. But obviously, I love the
Well,
brothers and Barry and really all your drivers at TRGL.
I mean,
TRGL,
I love all of them too. Like my D3 team is like the best team I've like ever had. Like probably like I mean D1 you could argue is better, but like D3 is probably one of my most favorites I've had. Like I love all the drivers I have on it. They're like I mean this is the first like division I haven't had a driver eliminated in the first round. Like that made me pretty happy because like you know D1 Slaw got eliminated, D2 Will and Husky got eliminated, and you know in D3 I'm just like really happy like this team's working out. And I've been like working with K-Dub and Barry throughout the season, and we're really trying to go hard at New Hampshire.
and Dog, something else I want to ask you too. Where do you think your team would be if you were to own a team in D4? I know you weren't allowed to due to how much teams you already owned, and so and there's no teams in D5. Where do you think you would be right now in D4?
Well, if I had like a D4 sister team, I don't think I would even do much with it, not gonna lie. I haven't really been interested in D4. Like, maybe D4 is like a place to get like early contracts with other drivers, but like, it's just, I don't know, I don't feel like I really have anything to do with that. Maybe I'll like supervise a sister team.
Yeah, so um yeah, I think you should really be proud as a team owner, Dog, but I mean, this has just been one heck. You own a great, I was about to say franchise. Well, nah, I wouldn't consider it a franchise, actually. A great team, you know, so congrats on that. Definitely something to be proud of. You and Team Penske are definitely the best two teams in the league as of right now. You see, because there's still multiple teams just sprouting up. Like, Sky High Racing might do good in the future.
You're funny.
I was, because you know they got Glitch on there, and Glitch is strong. He's a strong feller. Okay, yeah. Anyways, I think that'll do it for us for trucks. Ladies and gents, I want to move on to what I've been waiting to announce for you guys all day. Ladies and gents, tomorrow, yes, you heard me, tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, 6:30. Team briefings for the RSCRA D1 Next Gen testing at Daytona Road Course, folks. Why am I so excited for this? I'm getting to touch the steering wheel again, folks, and so are you, dog. And so is Alex. And so is Bloxer. And so is everyone in D1.
I am so like just steering wheel deprived. I haven't like even like done an actual race in so long.
Of course, I haven't. It hasn't been that long for me, but still, I am deprived too of a steering wheel. I just can't wait to get back in the car tomorrow. So again, folks, 6:30 p.m. is team briefings. 7 p.m. The track opens for drivers, and I assume we don't know the exact time we're gonna end that, because as it stands right now, 8:30 to 9 p.m. is when the test sessions end. And yes, you heard me right. Next gen preseason testing at Daytona Road Course tomorrow, 12/17/2021. Mark your calendars. Although it's tomorrow, I don't think you should be forgetting this now, guys.
Set an alarm.
Yeah, set an alarm, okay? That's all you gotta do. So, dog, are you excited? Because I know I am.
I mean, freaking, I don't even remember when the championship race was. Like,
August
that was
9th.
that was like the last time I was ever in a car, and like,
August 9th.
I
remember Zachy looked it up for us on the last fast lane, and he got the exact date. August 9th was the last time you were able to race, dog.
so that was like 4 months ago. It feels like it's been like 6 months, but I mean,
It feels like
I
it's
just
been a
kind of want the
year.
D1 season to start. Like we go on Christmas break, and then that's kind of when we get back. That's kind of when it'll start.
Yeah, if I'm correct, I believe I remember Alex telling me that it will occur some point in January. The first race for D1. But yes, again, folks, tomorrow, I'm excited. I am finally it's not a race, okay? But it's the next gens. Who wouldn't want to race in the next gens? I mean, be honest with me, dog. Would you ever hate to be racing in the next gens?
Not really.
Blocks, so you're in here. Would you ever hate to be racing in the next gens?
That guy doesn't have a mic.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
He's also deafened.
Yeah, he's also deafened. Alex, I know you're watching the stream. Don't you want to get back into that car, Alex? Don't you? Cause listen, Sharky, don't you want to race in the next gens? Josh? I mean, Xander? I cannot express.
I think Xander's busy today.
I cannot
Yeah, tomorrow,
express
actually, he's not gonna make it.
how happy I am to finally be able to race again. And also, I'm just getting word that Sharky's not actually gonna be able to touch the steering wheel tomorrow for next gen test.
Yeah, quite a few people aren't gonna make it tomorrow.
It looks like that Halo will be subbing for Sharky tomorrow.
It's not
And
too
that-
much. It's like 3.
Dog, Kaon Bug is subbing for Winner.
Well, it's not subbing. Winner actually, we had complications and he had to move down to D2. So basically, Bug, if he signs with us for D2, which I asked him, he said he's interested, then he would drive part-time in D1. So like he would have to miss every other race, maybe 2 races.
All in all, I mean, all these series are going to be stacked this season. I just want to go over the Cup Car team list again. So, dog, for you in TRGL, of course, you own your team. You got Xander and Bloxer on your team. If, as of right now, if I'm looking at the team list, if it's currently as updated as it should be, the 3 car is open for you guys. Team Penske.
The 1 car.
The 3 car. That's it. Whatever.
Oh.
Whatever. You could just update us on whatever you can, dog. Team Penske stacked. You guys got Terry, Sky, Rex, Josh, and Alex on the team. Part-time driver Punch. And then there's Junior Speed Motorsports. The first ever Toyota team in D1. With Slaw owning the team. And then there's Husky and Raiden. 25 is vacant for the team. And then there's FPR, the sister team of Team Penske, also the foreign manufacturer, owned by Colts, who will not be racing this season. Just full-time owner of FPR. You got Sharky in the 16 car, K-Boss in the 29 car, Then there's Roland in the 4 car, and there's me in the 33 car. Now, I am very, very happy to be able to race for D1. Almost as happy as I am to race these next gen cars. So again, stacked. Just stacked. And then Xfinity Series team list has still yet to be updated, which I don't mind. So yes, this is a time to be alive, folks. I mean, this is gonna be a stacked D1 season. On Fox, they called this season the best season ever. Yeah, I guess they haven't watched this season yet, folks, because this season is about to be the best. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of competition between all these drivers. I mean, again, there's the TRGL Team Penske, not competition, but rivalry, I should say. So, yeah, I'm happy. I know you're happy too, dog.
Biased opinion.
Hey, no, who said that? Anyways, so speaking of those D2 drivers moving up, another surprise for them. Tomorrow, yes, I believe tomorrow, we're finally gonna be able to have our award ceremony after it was planned for last weekend, but not able to. So that's pretty, exciting tomorrow. I believe the results are in for all the, award winners. A lot of awards actually are going to be handed out tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. Like I am excited for everything. I think I'm a bit too hyper today. I didn't have coffee today. I don't like coffee. So I'm just hyper. I'm just hyper today then. Dog, are you excited for these awards too? Or just me?
To be quite honest, I didn't even know awards were happening tomorrow.
Oh. Well then. This is quite awkward then. Well,
Did you talk to Dames about it?
I believe it was announced for tomorrow. Never mind, awards are not happening tomorrow, folks. Anyways, point is, awards are happening soon. I'm still happy that they're happening soon, because I'm still waiting for the awards ceremony to happen, because who doesn't want to wait for it? Right? I'm a little disappointed that the awards aren't tomorrow now. I just got word. I thought they were tomorrow, but I guess not anymore. I'm sad now. I'm depressed. Anyways. So, I guess, Dog, you stood right. I guess they were not happening tomorrow. Would you look at that? Anyways, Dog, so... a lot of talking today. There's a lot of topics to cover today, and all very much enjoyable to talk about with you today, Dog. So, any last remarks before I make my last remarks?
Well, not really.
Not really, says Dog. Anyways, folks, again, here are the race reminders for this week, and mark your calendar, set an alarm clock, whatever you need to do, because not every single division is racing this weekend. Again, there is no D2 for right now. So, the Truck Series races Saturday, the 18th. Of course, 6 p.m. is practice, 6:30 qualifying, 7 is the race. Playoff elimination race, Dominic and Tech below the qualifying, with the baby technically already being eliminated due to the fact that he was suspended for one race. ARCA Auto Club race was changed from Auto Club to Milwaukee Miles, so Milwaukee 100. Sunday the 19th, 100 laps. Same time as always, 6 p.m. practice, 6:30 p.m. qualifying, 7 p.m. race. And then there's D5, Dog. O'Reilly Auto Parts 100 double header at Iowa, 65 laps, 4 p.m. practice, 4:30 p.m. qualifying, 5 p.m. race for both days. Again, Sunday and Saturday. And then the thing that I'm the most excited for, okay, from an unbiased perspective, next gen preseason testing at Daytona Road Course tomorrow. The 17th 6:30 p.m. is team briefing. 7 p.m. The track opens. 8:30 p.m. 9 p.m. the test ends. I believe we might have a stream covering next gen testing. We'll try and get back to you guys on that as soon as I can. Thank you all so much, everyone, for tuning in today. We always appreciate here from RSCRA. And now it looks like we're having a dance party. Oh gosh. Anyways, folks, this is Chris from the booth, followed along by Dog today, and special guest Lou. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was RSCRA, the Fast Lane, here from Team Penske headquarters. Hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you guys hopefully here tomorrow or Saturday. Have a good night, everyone.